Good evening and Happy New Year, everyone. I'd like to call the Monday, January 7th, 2019 Quincy City Council meeting to order. Madam Clerk, if you please call the roll.
Councilor King.
Here.
Councilor DeBona.
Present.
Councilor Harris.
Present.
Councilor Hughes. Councilor Leeang.
Present.
Councilor Mahoney.
Present.
Councilor McCarthy.
Present.
Councilor Palmaggi. President Kroll.
Present.
7 members.
Members, we have a quorum. At this point, councilors, if you would please stand and join me in a moment of silence, keeping in our thoughts and prayers for those brave men and women who courageously defend our country. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, if you please read into the record the open meeting.
Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Agendas are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made whether perceived or unperceived by those present and are to be acknowledged from myself.
Thank you kindly. And before we get into this evening's agenda items, I thought it would be fitting as we come into a new year to take a moment and hopefully invite the God of your understanding into the picture. And with that, to help us here this evening is our Reverend Drew Hanson from the First Presbyterian Church. So welcome, Reverend. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Just out of desire to be authentic, I will be praying from my tradition, Presbyterian. If that speaks to you, that's lovely. If it does not, please use this time to reflect on 2018 and look forward into the next year. So will you join me in a time of prayer? God, we thank you for 2018, for the blessings that you gave us. And we ask as we look into 2019 that you would continue to bless us, that you would give us vision and discernment for the decisions made in this room, that you would help us to live out of hope and love and not out of fear. I pray that 2019 would be a year of righteousness, of justice, and of love. I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend. Appreciate you being here. With that, the first item on the agenda, Madam Clerk.
Number 1, 2019-001, nomination and election of the President of the City Council.
Councilman McCarthy.
Thank you, President Kroll. It's with great pleasure that I'd like to nominate Brad Kroll for another year. Over the course of the years that I've spent in public service, I've watched Brad many years while I was on the school committee come up here to the council as the Ward 2 councilor and grow and move forward to the position of president. After my first year here on the council, I can see his leadership is positive. He wants to move Quincy forward. He's a straight shooter, and he's a great guy for the city to have as the president of the city council. So with that, I make the motion, the nomination of Brad Kroll as president of the city council.
Thank you very much, Councilman McCarthy.
Second that.
Second by Councilman Mahoney.
If I could say one thing.
Yes.
I just want to thank you very much, Brad, and by taking this step as leader. It's been a pleasure working with you for the last years. It's my first year on the council, and there was a lot of learning to come by being on the council. And any questions I had, any opportunity I had to raise a question or raise a concern, you were always there to help guide the conversations. And it is helpful because this is a new format of communications to people, and you're doing a great job. And look forward to working with you for next year. So thank you much. Second that.
Thank you. Motion made, Councilman McCarthy, second by Councilman Mahoney. Any discussion on that procedure, Madam Clerk? Do we have to respond?
When responding, please state the councilors and council prayer.
Call the roll.
Councilor King.
Councilor Brad Kroll. Counselor Brad Kroll.
Council Harris.
Counselor Brad Kroll.
Council Leeang.
Council Rapp.
Council Mahoney.
Council Brad.
Council McCarthy.
Councilor Brad Kroll.
President Trump.
Council Brad Kroll.
7 members.
7 members. Thank you. Right. I mean, I know, kind of went through sort of my thoughts about a year ago. I woke up actually this year on New Year's and asked my wife if I looked any older, and she didn't answer the question. So kind of filled out like it. But the reality of the whole situation is, you know, I love serving in the city. You know, love being, you know, available to all you folks, various situations, and do think, you know, there's a ton of work that goes into what we do collectively and retrospectively, and, you know, look forward to hopefully another successful year, and all that I can ever offer is my time. So I think I'm pretty open with anything I can do to help you. You know, doors always open. I know we all express that to the general public as well, so thank you. He's going to cut the commercial and go to the next item on the agenda. Please, Madam Clerk.
Number 2, 2019-002, adoption of the 2019 City Council meeting schedule.
Is there a motion to adopt 2019 City Council meeting schedule? Motion made by Council Mahoney, second by Council McCarthy. Any discussion? Madam Clerk? Oh, please, Council Mahoney.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a few quick questions here on the calendar, just to be on the confirmed side. Just going into an election year here, I'm just concerned with, and I just wanted to make some verification from you. So we have Monday, September 16th, 2019. Does this conflict or anything with the Jewish holiday on Kippner, or any? Are we okay with this date? Are we? And when is the primary going to be set in September, if there is a primary?
Great question, Council Bono. I will defer to the city clerk.
Thank you. President Crowe, for you to Council DeBona. Yes, I have the schedule made up for the election already, and September 10th is the day that we will have the primary. And Yom Kippur is on the 17th, so that wasn't an option where it was 24 hours from the 16th. So we took that all into consideration when we calendar.
So we're confirmed if there is a primary Tuesday, September 10th?
Well, not confirmed as of yet.
Okay.
It is just being looked at by the Secretary's office, and we should get confirmation as soon as tomorrow. And November 5th for the final.
Election, okay. Just want to get confirmation. Just with that, I know that in 2015, the date was moved to a Thursday, which caused a little bit of confusion. It was the 22nd, which was late for a Tuesday, and then it moved to 24th, which was a Thursday, and it was like a couple of weeks before that primary. So just want to make sure that we're on point here.
There's actually
Proving this.
legislation going in this year to make a standard date for the primary as well, going forward, so that the conflicts don't happen.
Now, is this for local elections and odd years, or is this even years, all years?
All elections.
All elections. Okay, thank you very much for your confirmation, Madam Clerk.
You all set, Council?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, approval of previous meeting minutes from, my apologies. Any further discussion? Motion made by Councilor Mahoney, second by Councilor McCarthy to approve the 2019 city council calendar. Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Council King.
Yes.
Council DeBona.
Yes.
Council Harris.
Yes.
Council Leeang.
Yes.
Council Mahoney. Yes. Council McCarthy.
Yes.
President Crowe.
Yes.
7 members.
7 members, the calendar is approved. Okay. Next item is the approval of previous meeting minutes from December 17th, 2018. All those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it. Next item on the agenda is communications and reports from the mayor, other city officers, and city boards. none. Is there any unfinished business from preceding meeting? Seeing none. Reports of committees, and I believe Councilor leading with the ordinance. Council, the floor is yours.
Thank you. There's just a couple of topics in here. So the first comes from Ward 1. It's 2018-211. I have no parking on the west side of Mill Street, 200 feet north of Washington Street to Vine Avenue, with positive recommendation.
Those are already been advertised.
Yes.
Okay, motion made by Councilor Yang, second by Councilor McCarthy. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Council King.
Yes.
Council DeBon.
Yes.
Council Harris.
Yes.
Council Hughes. Council Leeang.
Yes.
Council Mahoney. Yes. Council McCarthy.
Yes.
Council President Trump.
Yes.
7 members.
7 members. The item passes.
Thank you. The next one still is from Ward 1, 2018-212. I have no parking on the east side of Mill Street, 300 feet north of Washington Street, just 325 feet north of Washington Street. I have positive recommendations.
Motion made to approve by Councilor Yang, second by Councilor McCarthy. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Council King.
Yes.
Council DeBon.
Yes.
Council Harris.
Yes.
Council Leeang.
Yes.
Council Mahoney.
Yes.
Council McCarthy.
Yes.
President Trump.
Yes.
7 members.
7 members, the item passes.
Thank you. The next is in Ward 3. It's 2018-213 at handicap parking at 85 Safford. I move positive recommendation.
Motion made to approve by Councilor Yang, second by Councilor McCarthy. Any discussion? See none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Council King.
Yes.
Council DeBon.
Yes.
Council Harris.
Yes.
Council Leeang.
Yes.
Council Mahoney. Yes. Council McCarthy. President Trump. 7 members.
Members. The item passes.
The last one is from Ward 5, 2018-214 at no right turn on red on Washington Parkway in both directions intersecting with Thomas Road Parkway. I move positive recommendation.
Motion made to approve by Councilor Yang, second by Councilor McCarthy. Any discussion? Seeing none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Council King.
Yes.
Council DeBon.
Yes.
Council Harris.
Yes.
Council Leeang.
Yes.
Council Mahoney. Yes. Council McCarthy. President Trump.
Yes.
7 members.
7 members. The item passes. Presentations of petitions, memorials, or remonstrances. Councilor DeBon.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a sad, over the holidays, one of our beloved police officers passed away just shy of 3 months into retirement at age 65. Anthony R. DeBona, captain, Quincy Police Department, retired at age 65 of Braintree, formerly of Quincy, died unexpectedly and peacefully Thursday, December 20th, 2018, in comfort of his home. Tony was born in Quincy to the late Louis G. and Jeannie M. Salisbury DeBona. Raised in Braintree, he was a graduate of Braintree High School, class of 1971. He also graduated from the University of Massachusetts, Boston. He later earned 2 master's degrees, a criminal justice master's from Eleanor Marie College and a master's in law enforcement from Northeastern University. He had lived in Braintree for the past 17 years, previously in Quincy for 18 years. Tony was proudly involved in law enforcement for 40 years. He was appointed to the Quincy Police Department on August 31st of 1981, promoted to sergeant on April 17th, 1987, lieutenant on June 3rd of 1993, and to the rank of captain on December 22nd, 2004. He recently retired on September 30th of 2018 after 37 years of service at Quincy. He had previously worked as a patrolman with the Braintree Police Department for a few years before that. He was well respected by his peers and was always a champion for the underdog. Tony loved books, was an avid reader, and had a knack for investments. He enjoyed ballroom dancing, playing the trumpet, and painting. He was an active fitness enthusiast and a runner. In high school, he excelled on the track team. He was a member of the Quincy Police Superior Officers Association and the Massachusetts Police Association and the Quincy Lodge of Elks. Most of all, Tony's passion was for his family. He was first devoted to his late parents and his sisters, later his wife, and most especially to his sons, kids first. He acted supportively all their many activities and accomplishments. Together for 16 years, Tony was beloved husband of Audrey Jean Samara Devona, devoted father of Anthony M. Devona, Quincy, and Christian Wabiak of Braintree. Just a little shout out to Quincy Police Department for their services for this difficult time. Also like to thank Mayor Tom Cope for coming along for the wake and funeral. Councilman Dave McCarthy for coming to the wake as well. It just shows you that he had just retired. Actually, he didn't really want to retire, to be honest with you. He would have stayed as long as he could, but at age 65, they tell you have to go retire. But within 3 months, he had passed away. So I think about him a lot. He's been very instrumental where I am today, and he was always a bright figure. And if you ever met him before, he was just a great person who just gave back to the community, was caring, told his fellow police officers, do your job, but please mitigate the situation out there while you're doing your job. And I see that a lot of police officers here at Quincy do such a great job with the services. So just to keep them in the thoughts over the holidays, it just happened, and we're into our new year. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilor DeBona. Any other petitions, memorials, resolutions? Oh, excuse me. Motions, orders, and resolutions. See none. Scheduling of committee meetings. The next regularly scheduled city council meeting will be January 22nd at 7:30. Councilor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to schedule our next Finance Committee meeting on the 4th of February before our regular scheduled council meeting at 6:30 p.m.
Any other scheduling of committee meetings? Lunch tonight. Okay, with that, I don't see my go-to motion to adjourn. So, Councilor Yang, would you like to lead us in the motion to adjourn? So moved. Call the city council meeting to close at 7:47. Thank you, everyone.